Hey guys, it's Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project, and yes, we're looking at my roof. A clean roof, cleared off roof on all sides. Had some friends over today and I got up there with some help and we cut all the branches that were rubbing on the roof all the way around on all the buildings and swept off all the stuff. I'm going to take out this little pine tree because it's up in there touching on the roof a little bit too much for my liking yet. Some oak branches I took down off that tree was rubbing on the roof. Cleaned off the garbage from that roof, finally. Cleared all kinds of branches from all the way around that were getting too close for comfort on the roof of all the buildings. All the way around all the buildings. Hi! Hi! What's that mean? Huh? What's that mean? Hi! There she's waving. So up here, hey Gertie cat. Up here was coated with stuff really bad all the way around. Up in here, you probably never saw because it was behind the trees, had up to 6 inches thick up there. So I think this hasn't been done in many years. We put it in the compost, filled 2 bins with that was on the roof of the house, and there's still more behind the house we didn't pick up yet, but we'll let that settle a bit before we put the rest in. I was only going to fill this one, but it was a lot more than we thought it was. But anyway, I know some people say that's going to be really acidic, so I'll probably put it on walkways or something, but we'll figure something out for it. Over here, I've been working the mill. Now that log you saw last night is now a lot smaller. Oh, I love the smell. I took the chain in and I'm getting a lot better results. I'm getting big strips of wood now rather than dust, which is what I was getting before. Big difference here in the results, big strips. So the chain needed professional sharpening, which I did, and boy, it makes all the difference in the world. Now this is, I think, a 50 or 60 cc. I'm gonna let it cool down a little while. It is working pretty hard for what it's doing. I definitely need a more powerful chainsaw, but I've got I'm only getting 2 boards to a tank of gas, I think, and I'm cutting about 3/8 inch, give or take. I just ironed it up and cutting it, but I'm making them all the same thickness. But I've got 3 pieces, decent sized pieces of siding for the chicken coop now, and actually when you look at it, it's a lot of cover. If I slide this back. Hold on, I'll put the camera down a minute. I'll be right back. If you consider, this is how the siding will look, and I think I'm definitely going to want to mix it up because you got the same ends, so I'll mix up the boards from different trees. But if you look and figure this is how the siding will be on the chicken coop, I think that's beautiful. Once it cures, I'll take the bark off. It might fall off on its own. But then, once it's set for a certain amount of time, I'll paint it or stain it or varnish it. I'm not sure which, but we'll put a protective finish on it. Now this was from the top of the outer edge of the tree further, so obviously there's not as much coverage. A little bit more, a little bit thicker yet. That was in the middle of the tree, even thicker. But I think it's beautiful. Really beautiful. And oh, the smell is incredible. Now, I was really skeptical looking at this log last night sitting on the mill, thinking one tree isn't going to do anything for me. It'll take my whole forest at this rate with these little trees to do siding on that chicken coop. But considering that one board is the halfway point, so I'm just past halfway, I can get about 2 or 3 more boards off here. At least 2, maybe 3 boards before I hit the bottom end on my clamps, my lower limit. So I'm probably going to tank it up and cut 1 or 2 more off tonight and see what I get. see what I can get off this. But I feel much better about that now, considering that's just a chunk off of a smaller tree. And look at the colors in that. It's beautiful. The natural pinks. I hope that shows in the camera. There's pink all through this wood. It's just beautiful. There's more and more pink down here. I might even want to keep it a natural color because it's so beautiful. Might give them each a sanding once they're cured to bring out more of that color. So if I put a clear varnish on it, wow, that'd be pretty. Really pretty colors. I can't believe all the colors in a fresh cut piece of wood. I just don't know if the camera does it justice. The pink tones through here. A lot of pink up in here. Really beautiful. Alright guys, well, I'm going to gas it back up and do a couple more. See what we can get out of this one tree tonight. Well guys, there's another board off. And that's about the bottom limit of the saw itself. That's as far as I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I bottomed out. So that's as far as it's gonna go now. Oh, I was getting pretty tight here anyway. That's fine. So there's a couple inches of waste, inch and a half, 2 inches, no, inch and a half of waste. I guess I can't complain about that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of siding. Decent pieces. Look at that last one. Beautiful piece of siding. I love the colors. So out of one small tree, I've got 5 pieces of siding for the chicken coop. So I think this is going to work out well. I didn't realize I was zoomed the whole time. I think this is going to work out very well. Plus I have the cutoff which I can do something with. The cutoff itself is wedged here. Is a nice chunk of wood. Use it for crafting or something. I don't know, signs, crafting, whatever. But it's a beautiful piece of wood in itself. And a fair amount of lumber. So I guess it's alright. I definitely got to get a new chain on here. And I'll be getting that in about 3 days. So that's coming. The new chain is on the way. And that's going to help a lot. Okay? And I'm going to need a more powerful saw to really cut some wood. This is the Old Blue, Homelight Old Blue SXL. Really tough machine. Not getting too hot today, it's cooler out. It's a really tough machine. Holds up well, but I don't want to burn it up because I love it. So I want to get a bigger chainsaw for this, and I think I'll be cutting through this like butter. With the new chain that I'm going to get and a new, bigger, more powerful chainsaw, we'll be really doing some work here. So I'm liking it. I'm pleased. I'm very much pleased with the results here from a little piece of tree. So that's at least a 6-footer. Well, there we go, guys. I'm going to call it a day. Working in the lumber mill, working towards becoming self-sufficient by providing our own lumber as well now. So we go fishing, hunting, and grow our own food, and now we're providing our own lumber. Things are moving along here at the Off-Grid Homestead. And when this experiment turns out, then I'll be closing in the porch on the trailer, and maybe next year closing in the entire trailer with homemade siding from our own forest. Alright guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Follow our daily videos as we strive to become fully self-sufficient and off the grid on a budget. Talk to y'all later.